Hello everyone, I am finally back with another video, doing something a little bit different as we ring in the new year, something that one of my favorite podcasts that I currently listen to, which is actually kind of few and far between these days. There are very few podcasts that I've continued to listen to, but one of them is Radio Free Nintendo, which you can go to their website, Nintendo World Report, and listen to their podcast. They have quite a backlog. I think they're up to like 370 something episodes now, but putting that aside, I digress. They do something at the start of every year. They basically each do 3 to 5 predictions as to what Nintendo is going to put out, what Nintendo is going to do in the coming year. And I think there's really no better time to kind of really make some bold predictions, because if you're familiar at all with the current state of the Wii U, it's nothing short of scary, if not really, really frightening. I'm not saying like Virtual Boy territory, but they're certainly getting close. And right now, Nintendo is striving or aims to sell 9 million Wii U units by the end of the 2014 fiscal year, which ends March 31st. Now, there is absolutely no way they are going to do that at this point. Like, there's literally no way. As of October, they would have needed to sell, I think, roughly 2 million units every month leading up to March, and they didn't even come close to doing that, in the preceding months, even during the holiday season, which is really sad, because as big of a Nintendo fan as I am, I want to see them do well, and I want to see third parties be on board to support them, and we don't have that right now currently. So for this episode, have 5 predictions, some of them bolder than others, but I think Nintendo needs to go all out this year, because while they do have excellent support with their 3DS, and that's really driving the handheld market right now, as far as the home console market, they're not even in the discussion of home consoles. When people talk about next gen, it's PS4 and Xbox One. Wii U isn't even mentioned, which is really sad, because Nintendo's always been at the very forefront of innovation and, those experiences that you can't get anywhere else. And right now, Nintendo isn't doing that. They're rehashing things. They're putting out DK Tropical Freeze, Mario Kart 8, which are going to be awesome, excellent games, but it's not reason and incentive enough for the, casual person out there to say, hey, I need the Wii U in my living room. So, I'm sorry, I'm going on a rant here, but I have 5 predictions for you guys, and I strongly encourage you guys to do video responses. I know you can't post them to this video specifically, but you can at least make a video in response to this, because I really think it's important for us to kind of get this, discussion going as to how Nintendo can really kind of redeem themselves in this coming year, because it's crucial and vital that they do something this year for the Wii U. Alright, so my first prediction kind of goes along with their goal to sell 9 million units by the end of March. I think as March rolls around, they're going to, recognize that there was no way that they were ever going to sell that many consoles. And I think we're going to see a price cut, and I think we're going to see something similar to what the 3DS saw, in that there's going to be this, early adopter reward. I think there's going to be some sort of ambassador program similar to the 3DS that's going to say, hey, we appreciate those of you who bought this console day one, or, within the year that it was out. We're going to reward you guys with X amount of, Wii Virtual Console and eShop games, or maybe just a downloadable title here and there, whatever it may be, in addition to, hey, those of you that haven't bought this yet and are really not interested in buying it because of the high price or because of the lack of software, hey, we're dropping the price X amount of dollars so that you can be more encouraged to get this console. And oh, hey, Mario Kart 8 and Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze are coming out in this same month, or this same, time frame. So I think that's going to be very crucial in Nintendo's marketing scheme as to how they're going to get more consoles into people's homes, and those who already have them in their homes that are, getting their dustpan, trying to dust it off, they're going to say, hey, we're giving you all these free games so you can really enjoy what this console has to offer. My next prediction, I don't think is too bold. It's in the works. Everyone knows it. Zelda HD. I don't think we're going to see it anytime soon, but I think we're going to see a really, really nice, long, and detailed trailer here at E3 in 2014, and I think we're gonna see a early spring 2015 release date for that game, because I think Nintendo has a lot more games up their sleeve first party wise than we really think they do, and I think those are going to be released periodically throughout the 2014 year. Plus we have Zelda Hyrule Warriors coming out kind of in the summertime or later at some point in this year, and I don't think they would release two Zelda games in the same year, even though Zelda Hyrule Warriors isn't necessarily, you know, a big Zelda game. It's a very strange spin-off, to be honest. But so yes, I think Zelda HD is going to be shown at E3 this year, and then we'll see a spring 2015 release. Now my third prediction kind of goes, if you watched VGX, which was absolutely pitiful for Nintendo, they just really dropped the ball on that one. But you know, I guess that's something they do pretty often these days. But anyways, Reggie Fils-Aimé, he's like the spokesperson, CEO, whatever he is for Nintendo. He was wearing a Metroid or Samus pin on his sports jacket. And I think that's certainly telling of two things. One, he was with kind of the director of DK Tropical Freeze, Retro Studios, who's making DK Tropical Freeze. They made Metroid Other M. I think that pin was kind of alluding to Retro currently in the works of another Metroid game. I think a lot of people are thinking, hey, Metroid Prime 4, and that's kind of what I initially thought, but just hearing the fan outcry for a return to a 2D Metroid, I really think we're going to see, and this is going to be an extremely bold prediction, I think we're going to see Super Metroid 2 on the Wii U. And I think that, you know, I'm not super familiar with the story of Super Metroid because I haven't played it. But I do have it on my Wii Virtual Console, and it's certainly up there on my to-get-to lists in my backlog. But I think what Nintendo's going to do is that kind of maybe have a subtitle of Return of Mother Brain, because Super Metroid was actually the sequel to Metroid 2 Samus Returns. So I think maybe it'd be kind of interesting if they did like Mother Brain Returns, or the Return of Mother Brain, who was the main kind of, I guess, villain or enemy in Super Metroid. So if we could see a return, even if it's not Super Metroid 2, even if it's just some kind of 2D Metroid, maybe a spin-off of Fusion, something like that on the Wii U, I think that could really bring in a lot more people, you know, to tag on to this Wii U thing, because a lot of people really are not sold. And I don't think Metroid is the blockbuster that everyone's going to want. It's certainly going to be, you know, one more thing that people are going to want to buy the Wii U. Now my fourth prediction is a little out there, but I think it's a series and a franchise that really has not seen any love in a very long time. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the GameCube was the last time we saw this series really have a new installment, and that is the FZero series. I think we're going to see FZero on the 3DS. I don't know when we're going to see that this year, but I think, you know, maybe in a Nintendo Direct here in the next few months, or maybe even just at E3, we're going to see some type of FZero game. Maybe they'll have it on the 3DS and Wii U and implement some type of cross-play online thing. That'd be awesome. But I think we're going to see FZero here within 2014, probably, you know, much later in the year rather than sooner. But regardless, let's just keep our fingers crossed for a new FZero. And the last thing that I kind of want to predict for Nintendo, you know, the year of Luigi, it was an excellent marketing scheme for Nintendo this year, I think. You know, there were so many different things that they really pushed out on both the 3DS and Wii U, kind of advertising Luigi. You had Luigi's Mansion 2, you had the new 3DS XL, the Mario and Luigi Dream Team. Of course, Dream Team, the main kind of story was going into Luigi's dreams, which was kind of cool. And then, what else? You had a new Super Mario Luigi U on the Wii U. Dr. Luigi on the Wii U is coming out in the eShop. I believe that was actually released a few days ago. So it was a really great thing to kind of really just market Nintendo. And I think they're going to do that this year with a different character. Who it's going to be remains to be seen. But I think something that they could really, really do well is maybe it's the year of Yoshi. You know, Yarn Yoshi was recently announced, and I think if they could maybe do some type of Yoshi's Story sequel sort of thing for the Wii U later in the year, maybe release some type of special edition Wii U console bundled with Yarn Yoshi, something like that I think would be really cool. Yoshi's an excellent character and I think could really drive sales for Nintendo if they really were creative with it. But who knows what will happen. But I think possibly this could be the year of Yoshi. So who knows what will happen. I don't know. The Wii U, it's really frightening as a very long time Nintendo fan. I just want to see them do well. And the 3DS can certainly be their main console of choice to really drive their sales and revenue. But I think the Wii U could do this very same if they would just show third parties that this console can really sell, and people want it, and Nintendo has to show the third parties and the consumers themselves that they need this console in their living rooms. So I want to thank you guys for watching. That was a long video, but certainly leave a comment in the section below. Let me know what you think. What does Nintendo need to do? Have you even gotten a Wii U? And if so, what are some of your favorite games? If not, what are some games you need to see to really drive that purchase for you? So I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.